tragic accident, a revolutionary procedure was necessary. Codename Bionic Replacement.
Back in 1976, a show proved that a woman could be a star of an action thriller, and she starred, she did. We're talking with the star of that show, the Bionic Woman herself, Lindsay Wagner, this morning.
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay. I'm so excited to talk to you. So excited. It was my favorite show growing up. You were so cool, and you're running around doing all those crazy stunts and stuff. But I heard a story that you only took the role as a birthday present to your sister. Is this true?
That is absolutely true.
Oh, tell us more.
Well, okay, so I was barely in the business. I'd only been in for a little while, and I'd done a couple of the features, but my mom and my sister lived in Oregon. I'm 14 years older than she is, so I got this script. I was under contract to Universal, and when I got the script, it was I'm reading this, and people are jumping off of roofs and ceilings and multi-stories and big rocks and whatnot. And I'm looking, what am I reading here? I wasn't into science fiction. That's the ironic part of it all. And I was doing this serious acting and blah, blah, blah. So my mom called, and it was getting close to my sister's birthday. And I said something, I said, I just got the craziest script. And so I was telling her some of the things about it. She said, "You're talking about the $6 Million Man?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "They want you to be the Bionic Woman?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, you have to do that." I said, "Mom, it's like, she said, "You have to do that because that is your sister's favorite show." She was all, 12, I think, at the time, maybe.
Okay.
And so, not even, maybe right around there anyway. And so I went, oh my gosh. And I thought that would be great. She said, "For you to be the Bionic Woman?" I was like, okay. So that's why I read it again, and I started considering it. And my girlfriend, my dearest friend at that time, we were very close, and we were spiritual sisters, if you will. We had a lot in common, how we felt about things. And I was at that time teaching acting for a school that couldn't afford arts.
Okay.
It was a private school. And so I would teach it after school, and I would teach it in a way of getting to know yourself and learning to deal with feelings. And so it was very kind of mixed with things that you probably other people didn't get until they were older, going, "I need help." I was hoping to try and do that. And so that was my passion about it. It was like, look at it. I thought, she said, "Lindsay, you can work with kids doing this." And I said, "Well, I don't see that here at the moment." And they said, "Well, that's an adventure. It's an action show. So maybe you just got to talk to them about how you want the character to be, what you want her values to be," and just that kind of a conversation we had. And so I said, okay, well, if they'll let me do that, if we can collaborate and if they'll hear me, feel comfortable with what I'd like to see in the show as well, then I guess I could see doing that. Mm-hmm. So I told my agent, and he went and said if she can get collaboration and blah, blah, blah. And they said yes. And then I met Kenny Johnson, who was the creator and the writer, director, producer. He just did a lot of everything on that show. And we got along so great, and he really heard me, and he would listen to the things that I was wanting to see as a reaction, because I said, I don't want to be a guy in a skirt doing a typical action show.
Yeah.
And so I would like to have responses be things that had to do with how a woman would handle something more, the qualities that we just kind of come with, not. And so that's how it all went down. And we just had a ball doing it. And it was fun for them too, the team that was having to write it, because it was a formula show basically that didn't have to follow a formula.
Yeah.
That's also what made it so different.
And that's the secret to the sauce. Now I understand, because it was so different. It was so different than anything else on TV at the time.
Well, can you believe it's been 50 years? Bionic Woman on the show 50 years ago.
Yep, this is our anniversary. Now, here's the interesting thing, is that the show aired, the Bionic Woman by herself, first episode aired the next January 14th, which is exactly my sister's birthday.
Oh, no way.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a
So
good
now,
present.
50 years later, we are having, I'm going to be doing a Comic-Con in
good.
South Carolina, the South Carolina Comic-Con. They call it Central Carolina Comic-Con.
Okay.
In January on 10th and 11th. So on the 14th is her birthday. And
Was it
Wonderful.
super physical doing this? Did you do a lot of your own stunts? You had to, right?
it was very physical, and I didn't do anything over one-story jump.
Okay, thank goodness, thank goodness.
Except when they got too much wind coming up one day when I was having to do a close-up hanging from a helicopter in Las Vegas.
Oh.
As one does, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, right?
So
Yeah.
I think last time, our show has been on for 30 years, and so I think you were on the show years ago. I think you had a close friend that lived in Placerville that was in charge of maybe the stagecoach. I could be wrong.
Davey Weiser?
I don't remember his name, but I just feel like you were on the show a long time ago.
On your show? What show?
Our show.
Yeah.
This show.
Oh.
This show.
Okay.
Because your connection to Placerville, a town near us.
Oh.
Never mind.
Well, I was on a show in Placerville, on your show, but we talked about Placerville.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was probably Davey Weiser. He had stagecoaches and
There
things
you
like
go.
that, and he would give rides.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow, well, you can tell how
There
long
we
it's
go.
been since we've spoken.
Will you come visit us again?
Well, yeah. Do I have to come with a stagecoach?
No, you don't.
Can I just show up
And
and
you
we'll
don't have to
lunch or
hang off a
something?
helicopter either. We wouldn't
Right.
do that to
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Bionic 50, I want people to know about this because they get a chance where they could do a one-on-one conversation with you like we're doing right now. Fans could.
Yes. Bionic50.com
Okay.
is a little store that I opened with just a few celebratory items for the anniversary, and we have Zoom calls. Wait, there's a proper term for that. What is that?
Yeah, Zoom call. Yep.
Yeah, well, anyway, Zoom calls. You can call and talk to me. And why I wanted to have those be available through the website was because I like hearing people's stories about it. As I'm up, people always ask, well, you and your career and you're this and you're that. So I like doing the Zooms with fans because I want to know what their stories are about it. And I've heard some amazing stories of people.
I bet.
Very personal too, very sweet, and how they used to watch it with grandma all the time, and since she's been passed away, if I start telling these stories, I'm gonna start crying.
Thank you so
now when I
much.
miss her, I turn it on.
Oh, Lindsay Wagner, thank you so much for joining us
Lindsay
today.
Wagner!
Oh my goodness. I
you.
cannot believe it's been 50 years.
Check out
Groundbreaker.
the other goodies on the website too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Bionic50.com.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Hope to
Thank
talk to you
you.
again.
I wish we had longer. Okay.
Same.
Bye-bye.
Same.
See you later. That was cool. Thanks for setting that up.
That was awesome. Lindsay Wagner, yes.